Hello! Hello! Man, I sure would hate to be hitchhiking here. Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of my loneliest road trip. That's right. For various reasons, I just wanted to be alone, and well, it's the weekend and it's summer, so there's people out and about everywhere. So I decided to take a trip down US 50, aka the loneliest road in America. Okay, well, let's hit the road and see what surprises the loneliest road brings today. When I pulled out onto the highway, of course I made sure to look both ways before pulling out. But guess what? There wasn't any traffic coming from either direction. I'm stoked because I think today we're going to really get into the most desolate stretches of this highway. From what I've read, I think there's one section by the turnoff down to Duckwater that only gets like 500 cars a day, which I guess is really low. In comparison, back by Carson City, there's a stretch that gets over 50,000 cars a day. So looking forward to seeing that stretch. Okay, we're coming up on the next town. And by the way, when I was reading up on this last night, there's only 6 towns between Fallon and Delta, Utah. And well, as we've seen, there is not much to some of these towns, or well, almost all these towns. Anyway, we're coming up on Eureka, Nevada. Really cool old historic mining town. You know, I thought about stopping and shooting a whole separate video here because I haven't done a video about Eureka, but I have a trip planned here with my friend Larry. If you've ever watched the videos I've made with Larry or seen Larry's channel, we have a special kind of adventure planned for the Eureka area. And so I feel like I should probably save Eureka for when I'm with Larry because I'm going to be back up here anyways. So I think I'm just going to cruise through town. I'll shoot a little bit of teaser footage so you can see what you'll have to look forward to when I do make the video. Oh, but before we get into town, I saw another historical marker. Let's check this out. I feel like it had one of those Pony Express things on it, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, I see. The Eureka Mining District, producing ore since 1964. Wow, what a slogan. Oh, far out. Okay, so there's apparently a lot of mining history in this area, which I kind of already knew. And, well, I don't want to shoot too much of the sign, to be honest, because, well, like I said, I want to save that for when I'm with Larry. And also the sign kind of did mention something about the place where Larry and I are planning to explore. I just noticed somebody threw a jug of piss at this historical site. Real classy. I did pick up a beer can and some other trash at the hot spring that I was just at, so I won't feel too bad about myself for leaving that piss jug there. Okay, back in the car. Man, side note, it's hot even up here, and we're at like 7,000 feet. I think it's 90 degrees already, and it's only noon, so it's going to be a hot friggin' day. And hopefully I'll be able to find someplace cool enough to camp tonight. Okay, coming into the outskirts of Eureka. I'm actually kind of excited because I've only even driven through this once before. I mean, for whatever reason, this is a part of the state that I haven't really spent much time exploring, so somehow Eureka wasn't on my radar. It's absolutely beautiful, though. Whew. Oh, wow, look, they do have a grocery store and an Ace Hardware. Okay, I guess I was wrong about Eureka. For some reason, I thought Eureka was even more of a ghost town than Austin, but apparently not because, well, you saw back in Austin. I think the only market they have there is a little quickie mart where they were doing the road work. Oh, here we are coming into town, and how cute is this? Oh, wow, there's a gas station here? See, for some reason, I didn't even think there was a gas station either. I guess I was wrong. Oh wait, next gas 70 miles. So there is no gas station here. Weird that they have a grocery store and a hardware store, but not a gas station. I mean, Austin, say what you will, at least has that. Maybe they kind of like split it up intentionally to divide revenue, you know? Because they both knew that the other one needed just as much help staying alive. Oh my God, look how cute this town is. I cannot friggin' wait. Larry, you better get your car fixed quick. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, here's the court. Yikers. Better not get caught speeding. Oh man, I love this. Small town America. Oh, there's even an auto parts store. I mean, there's way more. Sorry about my boxing gloves hanging off the mirror here. But, oh wait, there is a gas station, look. Awesome, well I don't need gas. I'm planning to gas up in Ely, actually. Holy crike. This is much bigger, I guess, than Austin. It looks a little bit more loved and cared for. Poor Austin. Austin just needs a little tender loving care. Oh, there's another market there. And then look over here is another gas station. It's only $2.49. It's not even expensive. I think that's about what it was in Austin too. Wow, look at these old buildings, are really well preserved. This town is clearly loved by a lot of people. That's cool. Okay, apologies for the brief teaser. Hopefully you enjoyed that and are looking forward to when I come back with Larry, which will hopefully be soon. Now let's continue on the loneliest road and, well, see what comes up next. Okay, just outside the Eureka city limits, so to speak, we come across something that's a real indicator. Check this out. I guess this is the point where they really start branding it the loneliest road in America. Wow, that is a cool highway sign though. Better take a pic. Okay, well, wow, the road does seem pretty lonely. In fact, we're coming up on that stretch soon that I said was supposed to be like the loneliest part, I think. So we'll see. Holy cow. Did you see that guy on the bike? Man, that is hardcore. Here I think I'm being so cool driving the loneliest road. That dude, I'm pretty sure it was a dude, is friggin' long distance bicycling the route. That's friggin' intense, especially because like I said, it's already 90 degrees. Wow. You know, every time you start to think you're a badass, something comes along and puts you right in check. Okay, so we just passed the turnoff to Duckwater, which means we are standing on the loneliest stretch of the loneliest road in America. And, well, it's pretty lonely. Like I said, I read an article that said something like 500 cars a day pass here. Now, granted, today is a Saturday, so probably be a little bit busier today than normal. Maybe. Hello! Hello! Man, I sure would hate to be hitchhiking here. Man, this stretch is so desolate. I could drive right down the center of the road if I wanted to. Don't tell anyone. Oh, hey, for that matter, I could pretend like I'm in England and drive on the wrong side of the road. Gosh, it just feels so bad doing this, even though I can see for probably at least 2 miles in front of me and there's no traffic coming. It just feels wrong. So I'm gonna get right on back over. Yikes. Okay, historical marker. Hamilton. The mines of the White Pine District were first established. Okay, so it talks about a ghost town that was called Hamilton, and there were some other ghost towns in this area called Eberhart, Treasure City, and Shermantown. They're all clustered 11 miles south of here. Ah, that'd be interesting to go check out. I already made an executive decision, though, that for this video, I'm sticking to sites that are either right on the highway or right off the highway. Like that hot spring was only a couple miles off. 11 miles south, that'll have to be another adventure. And then look down at the bottom there. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Undergroundexplorers.com. Andrew Skidmark Keepers. I'm guessing somebody who doesn't like this guy, Andrew, wrote that. I don't know. I don't get it because, well, from what I know of the Underground Explorers, it's a group of people who explore mines and caves and underground stuff. They seem like pretty respectful people that wouldn't just go writing on a state historic marker. So not sure what happened here, but hey, I guess it's really none of my business. I'm just a tourist traveling through. And what beautiful country it is that I'm traveling through. Look at this. This is like straight up cowboy country. Just gorgeous. And then what a beautiful day for it. Blue sky, fluffy clouds. Ely up in the mountains ahead, about another 40 miles. And right here, I think it's only about 88 degrees. Only. Feels nice up in the mountains, so hey, I guess worst case, I can always drive back up into the mountains to camp tonight. Wow, that mountain is a trip. It looks like a patchwork quilt. Wonder what causes it to be checkered like that. Interesting. Well, there's a lot of mining activity in this area. Ely, I think it's still pretty much a mining town. I don't actually know what the economy of Ely is. I'm guessing probably mining, and I think there's a big prison. I'm pretty sure there's a few brothels, and while they do a fair amount of tourism, there's a pretty cool little historic Main Street area. I've only really been here once with my sister, and I feel like it was raining or it was winter. It was cold, so should be interesting. It's in a, well, first of all, it's at elevation and it's in this bowl surrounded by mountains, so it typically has like the lowest nighttime temperatures of anywhere in Nevada. That's what I read. My temperature gauge in my car says it's 91 here today. Woo! But I guess what I'm gonna do in Ely, I considered, making a whole separate video just about Ely, and I might do that, but it's this dang coronavirus pandemic going on, and okay, this is just kind of weird, but I don't want to get sick, so I want to wear a mask. But I feel like, especially in some of these rural towns, people kind of get mad at you if you wear a mask. You can't win, man. The rural conservative types get mad at you if you're wearing a mask, and the liberals get mad at you if you're not wearing a mask. So is it any wonder I wanted to be in the middle of nowhere right now? So I guess I'll just kind of feel it out when I get to Ely. I do have to stop and get gas. I'm getting pretty low. I only have another 64 miles to go as far as range, and well, if I want to go all the way to the end of the Loneliest Road, I'm gonna need more than that. So I'm gonna top off my gas, and well, I'll at least take a quick poke around Ely. Oh my god, it is so friggin' beautiful here, and what an interesting little town. I always wanted to stay the night here. There's this really cool old historic Hotel Nevada coming up here on the right, and I went in there with my sister when we were here, and it just seemed like such a cool place. Look at this quaint little Main Street. Can you imagine what a boom town this was back in the day? Uh-oh, look at all the bikers. That's the Hotel Nevada. Yikes. Oh my god, I friggin' love this town. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to at least walk up and down the street. Okay, I got gas, and then I came over here and parked at this little town park, kind of in like the old downtown part of Ely, because I decided that, yeah, this town is way too cool to just bang out today. So I'm gonna come back. Matter of fact, I decided I think I want to do a staycation in Ely. I'm gonna get a room at the Hotel Nevada. Long-standing dream of mine. In fact, I might even spring for 2 nights so that I can cover the town thoroughly. And then that way I can, poke around the downtown area, and I can go to the cemetery, and I can go to, there's a really cool old like railroad and mining history museum. I think there's like some historic railroad depot. There's a bunch of stuff to do here, and I wouldn't be able to do it justice if I just banked it out. And besides, I'm working on this Lonely Highway video. I can only handle 1 video at a time. Anyway, that being said, let's just take a quick walk around downtown Ely. Okay, walking along the main drag, that's actually US 50 right there that we just drove down, in Ely, Nevada, and look at these amazing old neon signs, man. Holy crike. I love that. Man, I'd love to go into that hotel bar and get sloshed. Oh wow, look, they have Basque food. There's a lot of people of Basque descent in this part of the country. So there's a lot of Basque restaurants. I've eaten at a few, and they're friggin' delicious. Look at this one, Club Rio. Bet that place is fun. Oh, how about this guy? Hank Yelland, an old cowpoke. I wonder if he's some guy that used to hang out at the, his picture is right on the bar. Wow, what a cool, classic Main Street America. Love it. But then look over here, some kind of crazy art piece. Looks like it has something to do with mining to me. Oh, look. A little history about Ely. which, by the way, you might be like me and think it's pronounced Eli. Eli's coming, hide your heart, girl. But it's actually Ely. I learned that the hard way. Anyway, you can pause the video and read the whole thing if you want, but it's just a little bit of history of the town and, you know, some old pictures, what it used to look like. And then, yep, it talks about the Lincoln Highway and the different trails that pass through here. And then, yeah, this art here, it looks like it's made out of old ore bins or something. It's pretty impressive. Oh, that's what these are. I've seen these pillars as we've been driving along for the last, I don't know, well, just since today, with that red, white, and blue L. Apparently those are markers showing that it was the Lincoln Highway, which, if you remember, I think I was talking about that earlier, that was the first paved highway that went from coast to coast in the United States, the Lincoln Highway. I mean, if you think about it, before that, I mean, well, people mostly traveled by horse and buggy or stagecoach, so it was just dirt roads. But then when the automobile was invented, I mean, yeah, I have seen some pretty funny photos of those old-time Model Ts on pretty gnarly, bumpy dirt roads, but that's all there was to drive on until they started building this highway system. And, well, the Lincoln Highway, which ran right through here, was the very first paved coast-to-coast highway. How about that? Oh my God, I love that Liberty Club Saloon. I'd love to go in there and get sloshed. Matter of fact, I'd like to go into that jailhouse motel and get sloshed. Well, when I come do my staycation here, I guess I can go do a pub crawl. Oh my God, now I want to do a Ely pub crawl video. And you know who I'd love to do it with? I don't know if you remember, I have a girlfriend who lives in Arkansas, Gina. I made some videos with Gina when I went out to visit her last summer. She would be the perfect person to go on an Ely pub crawl with me. I just have to try to convince her to fly out here. Okay, here's the old Hotel Nevada. This is the place I want to stay. Can you blame me? I mean, it's so historic and cool. Actually, I feel like I need to go across the street to show you the facade. Let me do that. Okay, I'll come over here on the side by the Jailhouse Motel, which, you know, yeah, I'd love to get sloshed there, but it doesn't have nearly the same nostalgic appeal as this amazing Hotel Nevada. Look at this place. So cool. And then it says great room rates. Why pay more? Oh man, look at the guy on the corner. Well, gee, I wonder how great their room rates are. Huh, maybe it's more affordable than I thought. Man, look at all them bikers lined up out front. You know what? I have seen a lot of bikers on the highway because this Loneliest Road, which, by the way, here's a sign for it. It's a really popular motorcycle route. Can you imagine riding your motorcycle on that? That'd be amazing. I mean, whether you were camping or not, either way, it'd be so cool. You know what, though? I just realized this is a sign for this Highway 50 Loneliest Road Survival Guide that you get at, I guess, the Chamber of Commerce somewhere, and then you're supposed to take it to all these different places along the highway and then get it stamped. You can see this is one of the locations where you would get it stamped. I can't believe I totally forgot to get one of those passports and get it stamped along the way. What an idiot! I should have picked one up in Fallon. Oh well, I guess that just gives me an excuse to come back and do this road again, which, by the way, I do want to do because I was thinking about it. And okay, so I'm driving this road on a summer weekend, okay, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, it's been pretty lonely, but I bet it would be much lonelier if I did it after Labor Day. I wouldn't want to do it too late in the fall because it gets really cold up here. You know, they get snow. But maybe in like September, October, after the kids go back to school. Well, if the kids ever go back to school because of the dang virus. But I would like to do this road trip again in the off season and just see if it's a lot lonelier. So if I do it again, I'll get the book. Okay, crossing back across the loneliest road in America, which has a crosswalk when it goes through Ely. Oh man, it looks like they have a stamp in there too for that survival guide. I definitely have to come back. Oh look, this is kind of interesting too. They have this like walk of fame with all like, well, I guess it's like figures from Nevada history, like Senator Harry Reid, Benny Binion, and then look who's here. Stephen King. That's right, I was reading where Stephen King took a road trip once, I don't remember why, along the loneliest road. He went through here, and I can't remember which town it was, if it was Ely, maybe it was Ely. One of the towns inspired him to write one of his books. Oh gosh, you can look it up. I don't know, one of Stephen King's books is based on, I think, Ely, which is pretty cool to think of Stephen King taking a road trip through. Now that I think about it, I also read that Neil Peart, the drummer for Rush, the band Rush, considered to be one of, if not the best drummer in rock and roll history. He supposedly took a motorcycle trip through here on the Loneliest Road, did the whole thing, and I think it inspired him to, I don't know if he wrote some songs about it or what, but hey, all kinds of folks take the loneliest highway and pass through Ely. Oh man, it's really nice just sitting here on this bench in front of the hotel in the shade. Oh. Be real easy to just waste away the whole afternoon here, but I feel like I better get back on the road. 2:45. I only have I think I only have about another 60, 70 miles to the Utah border, but there's no telling how many stops I'm gonna have to make en route. Hopefully there's interesting stuff. And then also I want to make sure I find a good place to camp that is preferably at some kind of elevation, and preferably with cell signal, although I have a feeling that's a pretty tall order. If you look at a map of the United States, the Nevada-Utah border is one of the most desolate parts of the country. I think it's considered like a dark skies capital, and gosh, I have a feeling there's not going to be too many cell towers, but hey, we'll find out. Okay, walking back to the car. This way you can see a different perspective on things. Pretty friggin' cool town. I mean, look how beautiful the mountains are around it. Ugh. God, there's probably all kinds of cool hikes to take too up in these mountains. Didn't even think about that. Huh. Well, my friend Gina loves hiking, so maybe I could lure her out here that way. She's also a big gun person, so she could open carry here, and she'd probably like that. Okay, instead of go back the way we came, though, the full way, let's go take this back street for at least a block or two and get a peek at what it's like to live in Ely, Nevada. It looks pretty cool to me. I don't know what the population here is. Can't be that many people, but then again, it is at a, well, what counts for a major crossroads in these parts. I mean, not only does the loneliest road, US 50, go through here, but also US 93 and US Highway 6. But yeah, look how nice these houses are here, man. And I bet they're dirt cheap. You know, like, there's no income tax in Nevada, and property taxes are probably really low here. You'd probably have a really nice life in Ely. You know, and it's probably a great place to be a kid, because you could just ride your bike all over the place, not really have to worry. I bet the crime rate's really low. I mean, the only downside that I can see is, well, it's supposed to be really cold here at night. And I don't know, I suppose when you got older as a teenager it might be kind of boring, but I bet the friggin' teenagers here know all the hot spots. There's probably secret hot springs and some swimming hole, and they probably go out and drink beer someplace and party. I bet they have just as much fun here, if not more, than them city kids do. Okay, anyways, back in the car. Let's get back on the lonely road. Delta and Las Vegas to the right. Well, either way, I'm taking a right. Okay, well, I made that right turn, and now this is US 50. I'm on it again, so. From here, my GPS says straight shot for 63 miles to the Border Inn. That's just the address I put in. I looked at the border of Nevada and Utah, and apparently there is this motel. It says it's a motel, diner, and RV park. I don't know if any of it'll be open because of the stinking virus, but it should be pretty interesting to look at either way. Okay, we're leaving the outskirts of Ely. Bye, Ely. See you next time, hopefully soon. And now the desolation begins again.